Hey there! You're listening to Amplify Your Legacy. This podcast is packed with insights and strategies to turn your passion into something that endures for generations. So get comfortable, stay inspired, and let's jump into today's episode with your host, Salana Brown.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Amplify Your Legacy podcast, the show where we explore how everyday people create extraordinary impact. Today, I'm thrilled to sit down with Danielle Stephens, a digital accessibility tester consultant helping women entrepreneurs make their digital products and services accessible to the visually impaired community. I want to welcome you to the show.
Thanks for having me, and I'm glad to be here.
Danielle, right now you've known for your advocacy around accessibility and your interest in using AI to make businesses more productive. Before we go back in time, I want to talk about you giving us a little snapshot of what lights you up about the work that you're doing today.
So, as a visually impaired individual myself, I really feel that it's important that um we in the disability community, specifically the blind and visually impaired community, are able to have access to all of the products and services and things that the sighted world has available to them. And so, for me, being able to help not only women entrepreneurs but also uh, small companies, large companies to make their products and services accessible is something that has really shaped who I am, especially over the last, I I would say, um, over my life, but maybe specifically over the last 4 to 5 years.
That's wonderful. I love what you're doing. So, when you think about the word legacy, what does that mean to you in the context of your life and your career?
So for me, it means that I can not only help myself, but also be able to help the next generation, right? Be able to
Yes,
uh, make um, their world different than what it was for me, right? We all know that AI is here, which is wonderful, but still, it's important uh, to be able to access, to have access to digital products and services so that uh, people like myself and the next generation um, won't have to work as hard to make things accessible as I do and my other friends.
that's true. That's true. And as you look at the women entrepreneurs that you serve, how do you hope uh, their lives will change, not just now, but the generations that follow?
Yeah, so I hope that looking at the women entrepreneurs that I'm networking with and that I've had the opportunity to meet, right? That I really hope that by me delving into the entrepreneurial space and uh, being able to launch in the next few months here launch my own program, that I'll be able to uh, not only not only help people now, but really uh to let the next generation of blind and visually impaired people see that, hey, you know what, like there's a path for you in the tech space,
Mhm.
and that you can um be whoever be what you want to be, right? It might take there might be some struggle and some adversity, but you can um make it.
Love it. Definitely. Okay, so let's rewind a bit. What's the personal story or turning point that inspired you to step onto this path in the first place?
So, like I said earlier, I am blind myself. I was born at 1 pound 11 ounces. I was born 3 months of age, and I really, growing up, I really had a, um, I had I started using computers when I was in 2nd grade, and from then on, I fell in love with tech, right?
Mhm.
I fell in love with being able uh, to grow up and be able to use the internet and do all the things, be able to play, uh, digital games and being able to just have fun, and, as time went on, um I really, um, I really was like, "Man, tech is what I wanna do," but then I went to college and, I didn't major in tech. I actually majored in, family and child sciences, and I minored in social work and education.
Mhm.
And then, the turning point for me was, um, before COVID, I went to my, state rehab center, and, um the computer teacher there was like, "Hey, you really should, like, think about becoming an assistive tech instructor, right? Or going to the computer field because, like, you have a knack for it, and um, people will gravitate towards you." And
Yes.
that is what really, like, allowed me to explore and then to be able to get um, an opportunity to work for a company in Canada that I currently work for now,
Oh,
uh,
awesome.
to be able to help um, places like Microsoft and Booking.com and all
Mhm.
these places uh, to make their products accessible. And then uh, talking to my friends, and they're like, "Hey, you should really um, think about like making um, making courses, digital courses and whatnot." And that really kind of was like, oh, I never thought about uh, well, I'd always thought about having my own business, but
Mhm.
I just didn't think that it would be because of the pandemic that it would happen, but
Exactly.
it did, and, I haven't officially launched yet, but,
Mhm.
um, be due to the fact of Zoom and everything, I've been able to meet with awesome people and network with great people, and now I'm actually, um, in a program now that's gonna be able to help me to launch, right?
Mhm.
I'm also a part of a local cohort here in Jacksonville, Florida, where I'm from, uh, with other entrepreneurs who have disabilities. And it's the first of its kind here in my city where um I was able to go through an 8-week course where I I learned all about business and how to, launch and stuff. And so that really has helped me to really like expand my horizons a bit, basically. So
I love it. I love it how, even our challenges and our setbacks really test us, but you're showing that, you are allowing it to strengthen your mission. So that's
yeah.
wonderful. Okay. So along the way, who have been some of your biggest influences or the mentors for you?
So like besides my teachers, like my mom has been like my biggest advocate, my biggest
Mhm.
supporter. Um, like she's a teacher herself. She teaches um ESE pre-K kids, and
Okay.
so like just knowing that like she's been there ever since I was little, and knowing um, that I it's kind of like uh, watching her advocate for me, right,
Sure.
has
Mhm.
made me, like, the person I am today, and, like, uh, even now um, at 41, I I don't know, like, and sometimes we might argue or whatever, but, like, I don't know what I would do, like, without her, right? Because
Yes.
she really, allowed me to, do what I wanna do to be able to, uh, attend different leadership conferences and
Mm-hmm.
to be able to, when I was in high school, I participated in a program called Protein Crystals in Space, where we got to make, we got a chance to to watch our protein go into space. And I mean,
Mm,
that
wow.
was amazing. And so that's honestly really started my journey, right, of
Mhm.
tech and web development was when I was in high school.
What advice would you give anyone listening when it comes to what you do? What advice would you give to
So,
them?
for one, I would say, don't be afraid to step out, right? Don't be afraid to to connect with the with the people in the accessibility community, because what I've noticed is that a lot of people, entrepreneurs, right, they don't know that their products and services are accessible, right? They're not aware of that, right? So um don't be afraid to connect with with people who are not only blind and visually impaired, but I also have ADHD as well, right? So
Hmm.
don't be afraid to connect with us. And also, I would also say to people that making your products and services accessible, it does not have to be uh time consuming, right? It could
Sure.
be as simple as it could be as simple as you noticing that, oh, on your Facebook page, making sure that you put what we call alt tags, right? In your Instagram, right? Or
Okay.
making sure that your captions have alternative text attached to them so that somebody like myself can be able to um uh be able to look at your pictures, your images. And so I just want to tell people that for one, like, be yourself and don't be afraid to interact and be bold, right?
Great advice. Absolutely. Okay, so looking ahead, what's the next big project you're working on or that you're
So
excited to bring into the world?
yeah, so the next big project is really for me right now, it's launching my program.
Mhm.
And I'm actually doing that by investing in myself, but not only investing in myself, but I'm also um in a program where I'm not only taking the program, but I'm also giving the program uh the coach, my business coach, like, feedback on what they can do, what it can be done better
Mhm.
their um to make their program more accessible, right? And so that's like what I'm working on right now, along with, networking and being on podcasts and doing all the other things. But that is like my biggest is really trying to launch my program and niche down, right? Not niche down,
Mhm.
but like really refine all the things that I did in the cohort, kind of refining my brand and doing all that the stuff so that I can launch eventually and be able to get clients.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Okay, and to wrap up, if you had to capture your legacy in just one word, what would it be and why?
Um, so if I had to capture my legacy in one word, it would be fulfillment, right?
Mm.
It would be that I, when I leave the earth, I want people to know that I was a person who was fun and playful, but that I was able to give back to my community and to help other people to make a name for themselves in the future.
Well, I love that. Danielle, thank you for chatting with me today. Let our listeners know how they can contact you.
Yeah, so you can find me on LinkedIn, and it's just my regular name, Danielle Stephens. DanielleStephens. I'm also on Facebook and on Instagram at FSU Jags 2020. FSU Jags 2020. And that's where I can be found. And I also have a Calendly link that I can actually send over to you after we're done here today, so that if people want to connect with me and book a digital coffee chat with me, so that we can get to know each other.
That would be perfect. Well, Danielle, I appreciate you sitting down and chatting with me once again. Wonderful having you on the show.
Yeah, it was great to be here. Thanks. And I'm looking forward to the next time.
Indeed. I'm Solana Brown here with Danielle Stephens, and this is the Amplify Your Legacy podcast. Until next time, keep telling your story and keep building the legacy only you can create. Bye-bye for now.
That's all for this episode of Amplify Your Legacy. A huge thank you for listening in today. I hope today's conversation has sparked some reflection on your own legacy. Let's keep the conversation going. Connect with me on LinkedIn or Instagram at Solana Brown, and visit solanabrown.com for more resources on growing and preserving your legacy. Be sure to leave a rating or review. It helps others discover the show. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss out on future episodes packed with inspiration and actionable strategies. Until next time, keep amplifying your legacy.